All right, it's fantasy football time. D Nasty's back. What's up, Dave?
Not much. Ready to talk some quarterbacks tonight and some defenses and kickers and maybe some tight ends too.
Yeah, yep. Let's finish it off. We nailed running backs and wide receivers last week. We just got done with another preseason week, Dave. And I probably should ask you, and I gotta switch this banner here. Did you learn anything from week two?
Not much in week two, actually. Biggest things were the Genti injury. They at first feared he had an ACL injury. It was funny too because I had a draft yesterday. The guy drafted him second overall, and we thought he tore his ACL, but only ankle injury. But it might be a high ankle sprain though, so it might keep him out a few weeks. So Mike Washington Jr. is moving up charts right now. So he grab him as a handcuff for sure. Some leagues, if you have later rounds, you can nab him anyways. I would still grab him. He might be a nice running back for the first couple weeks too. So that was one thing we learned. And then Deshaun Watson actually won the starting position for the Cleveland Browns, which was a shocker too. I don't believe that he did. What rumors is that he won the job just because they're paying him so much. They got to start him almost. But I think Shadir is the better quarterback and the quarterback I would play just to develop more. But that's not me. That's the Browns always mess everything up. So let them start Deshaun Watson and have a circus show on their hands when he starts playing. But I don't think Shadur is going to be long before he's playing anyways. I give it a couple of 2-3 weeks anyways.
This is better for Shador. I don't care if Cleveland fans are getting mad or something. Just like quiet. First of all, Shador is going to come into a shit team. And so he's going to look bad. And then you're just going to think, let's move on, whatever. Let's throw in Deshaun Watson. It's not how you want it. You want Deshaun Watson to suck with this team. And then Shador can't go any lower. He goes in and maybe even does better. And then it's better for him in the future. He comes in to save the day, not starts the day. It sucks to start the day on a bad team. So I think this is great. And I think if you're a Cleveland fan, you're nuts if you don't want Deshaun to embarrass himself and look and start. I think that's the way you do it. And that way, you can really see once the team at least gels a little bit after losing a few games, 2 tough road games in the start, that's really what it is. Deshaun Watson deserves this team, man, and let him suffer. So that's the way I look at it. It's actually crazy to see them make a decision like this because a lot of people think it's wrong. I think it's right just because of that reason, Dave.
I don't disagree with that reasoning at all. I definitely think still Shadur is the better quarterback, but that makes sense, the reasoning you had behind it. And no matter who starts on it, if they struggle, the other person's going to always look better. So, yeah, I definitely agree with that reasoning. Deshaun, I think, just deserves it because, like you said, it's a crappy team. He's going to look bad just because fans are booing him. He didn't handle it the right way. So those are all the reasons why he shouldn't be doing it. But throw him in there for the first couple of weeks. Let him sink or swim and see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if he was coming into a team stacked like the Rams or the Seahawks or something, then yeah, I get it, man. But no, this is Cleveland. He needs to take what he deserves in Cleveland. Let's talk. No, actually, back to preseason. It is kind of weird to see a couple injuries here. We had upgrade Xavier Hutchinson, right, Dave? Because
yeah, definitely with that injury to Noel, that I'm sorry to Noel actually moving up to his and Hutchinson. So those two both move up with injury to Texans. Yeah. So
yeah, Hutchinson moves in actually. The injury was to Higgins, I believe.
Yes.
I have to double check that.
Jaden Higgins, I'm sorry. And then actually, don't forget about Tank Dell too. He's still coming back from that horrific injury from 2 years ago. He sat out all of last year, but don't forget about him either. He actually might be a nice sleeper in some drafts, actually in late rounds. So don't write off Tank Dell either, because 2 years ago he was one of the receivers everyone wanted, but horrific knee injury, kind of like the Tyreek Hill one. He tore his slowed kneecap, MCL, ACL, but he's playing now. He looked pretty decent in the preseason so far, so don't forget about him either. But they just traded too for Keyshawn Butte. So
I was about to say, we ain't gonna talk about Booty Call, man. Booty got traded. I cannot believe it. He was a deep threat. He was a fun receiver for the Patriots, and now he goes, and the Texans, I guess they were that depleted at wide receiver. I know their receivers suck, but man, it's interesting to see Booty over there now. And so I wonder, does that move Xavier Hutchinson down a little bit? I don't know. Maybe.
I think so, but it's going to take Booty a couple weeks. He's not going to have enough time to know the playbook before the first season for week 1. He'll get some playing time, but he's not going to take over Hutchinson right away. But I definitely think by like week 4 or 5, like 3 or 4 or 4 or 5, definitely can see him playing a lot more. And I think Booty's got the athleticism and the skills to definitely overtake Hutchinson.
Is he going to be? But is this a slot receiver? Is this a number 2? What about Noel? Because I'm wondering which one goes from him. Jalen Noel is 5'11", so he's average height, dude from Iowa State. I don't know. I wasn't impressed with him. He wasn't that good last year. It's just going to be him or Xavier Hutchinson. So that's the question. I think Booty does move in there, and it's not like you want to be starting too many wide receivers from the Texans either. So keep that in mind.
Mountains is a slam dunk, but other than that, yeah, I'm not starting too many other receivers from the Texans for sure.
Well, let's go to quarterback rankings, Dave. And I kind of have a little surprise. So if it's okay, I'll go first. I have Josh Allen as number 1. So let's just get that out of the way. I'm pretty sure everybody does. But I do downgrade Lamar Jackson a little bit with a new coach. I move him from 2 to 4. I just cannot trust him yet with Minner. I think that he's going to get his points. He's getting older, though. He's getting older. He's not spring chicken anymore. He doesn't run and scramble as much as he did in the past. I think Drake May is going to put up a really good year. I think Joe Burrow, if stays healthy, is number 3. And then I got Lamar number 4. And believe it or not, I have Caleb Williams number 5. I think that Bears offense scores a ton.
Wow. Very interesting.
What about yours?
My top 5, of course, I got my Josh Allen Bills hat on for number 1, Josh Allen. I do actually have Lamar at 5, actually. I got him lower than you even. The injury history, I just don't like the injury history, and they didn't really do many things to upgrade that offense either. They're going to run a lot with Derrick Henry still, and Lamar's still going to run too, but over the last couple of years, he's been injured quite a bit, actually. So I'm downgrading him quite a bit, actually. I got number 2, I got Drake May, actually. 3, I got Burrow. And then 4, I got Jane Daniels. I think Jane Daniels bounces back this year. I know that's kind of a shocker too, but I think they added a few weapons for him. I think their line's a little bit better. I like Jane Daniels to bounce back this year. He was banged up kind of almost all year too. He had nagging injuries all year. So, and then I got Lamar at 5 then. So that's a little bit of a shocker I know too. So, but I definitely agree with you on Lamar, and I think Jane Daniels. I moved him up a little bit too because I think he's gonna have a good year this year.
Well, why don't you hit 5 through 10 then?
All right, sounds good. 6, I got Jalen Hurts. 7, I got Caleb Williams. 8, Justin Herbert. 9, I got Trevor Lawrence after his good year last year. And then 10, Dak Prescott. I probably could have moved Dak up a little bit more, but I like that offense with the Cowboys too. But Trevor had some pretty big games last year. He's got quite a few weapons too. So rounded out with Dak at 10.
Okay, no, fair enough. I got Trevor Lawrence at number 6. Rewarding him for such a great year last year, and he's got some pretty decent receivers there. I have Dak at number 7. I have Dak actually higher, and it's just not probably the first year I've ever done that. But I just really like this Cowboys offense now, and I think they're a balanced team, and they could be dangerous. I have Jaden Daniels number 8. I have Jalen Hurts number 9. Still Jalen Hurts. He's still going to get some rushing tush pushes and stuff, so you gotta like that. And then I have Matt Stafford, believe it or not, at number 10, Dave. So
wow.
Yeah, Stafford. I got Stafford there. I think when you have the receivers with Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, and they got a plethora of tight ends, they got Kyron Williams and to throw to, and a couple running backs there.
Blake Corum too,
yeah. I just think that there's too much upside with a powerful offense for Matt Stafford here. So I had to put him up in the top 10. It's just weird not having him in the top 10. They got to get their points somewhere.
Yeah, they have a great coach in McVay. You can't doubt that ever. Even though I'm a Packer fan, I still like McVay, and he's a brilliant coach. So he's always gonna have that offense humming too.
Well, it gets boring after that. Wow, you don't even have Caleb Daniels Caleb Williams in your top 10. That's interesting. A lot of people do.
I had him there.
Did you? Oh, at 7. Okay, all right. I must have missed that. Packer fans just hard to trust, so that's what it really is. Justin Herbert, I have number 11, and then it gets boring. Jackson Dart, probably around 12, but you got to worry about his injuries. And Brock Purdy, number 13, he gets injured too. You got Bo Nix, number 14, who's very boring. You got Jared Goff, number 15, who can't run. And you got Patrick Mahomes at number 16. It just has not been Patrick Mahomes over the past 3-4 years. It's just the guy, the game manager, Patrick Mahomes. What about you?
Yeah, this is a shocker, actually. At 11, I actually moved up Jackson Dart to 11. I like him this year with Jim Harbaugh there. So I think they could have a pretty good team this year. And he's got some weapons if Neighbors can stay healthy. I think it's different with Neighbors in. I think if Scatterboo stays healthy as well. I like that team. I put him up at 11. I got 12. I got Brock Purdy. I like him. Nick's at 13. I got 14, Pat Mahomes. 14 Stafford, and then 15 Jared Goff.
Okay, no, fair enough. No, I mean that, and then it gets crazy after that. I mean, you got your Cam Wards in the 20s. If I had a sleeper, I guess it's Daniel Jones. I can move him up, to like 17 or 18, something like that. But it's not like you're super excited for him. He was injured last year. He can run the ball. He's got legs. I could see Daniel Jones in that division putting up some more points again. One quarterback I don't believe in at all is Malik Willis, so he's a big downgrade for me. But Dave, I mean, it's a pretty boring after that. You can make an argument for everyone.
You could actually definitely. And I like Bryce Young, actually. He kind of showed some maturity last year. In the second half of the year, he got a lot better. He had a pretty solid year last year, so I think he only gets better now. And they keep adding weapons for him. They got Waller there now too, and they keep adding weapons for him. So I like Young, and then I do like Stroud too. I think he could actually have a decent year. He's got the weapons. He got Montgomery there now. I think another year under his belt too. So those are two sleepers I think could actually have pretty big years and kind of be both of those guys could kind of be breakout players actually, I think, this year.
Let's go to tight ends. Give me your top 5.
All right. The number 1, of course, is going to be Brock Bowers. Number 2, McBride. Those are, I think, going to be 1 and 2 pretty overall. I got 3. I got Warren. The only reason I got Colston Loveland at 4 is just because they do have Komet there. He's going to take some catches away from him, but I think Loveland definitely is the guy there now. And then 5, the guy I really like is Harold Fannin Jr. I really liked him. I picked him up mid-year in a couple of my leagues last year, and he blew up for me. So even with the crappy quarterbacks there, he's still going to get thrown to be a major weapon. So, and then they got the young receivers there too. So I think he still gets a lot of targets though. But even with Casey Conception there and Denzel Boston, I still like Fannin to get quite a few reception and targets actually this year too.
Fair enough. I got Trey McBride number 1 instead of Bowers. I got Bowers number 2. I mean, they're pretty. You can interchange them pretty much. I have them pretty equal.
Pretty much 1A and 1B. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I got to give a little love to McBride for that amazing season last year. Then you got Tyler Warren number 3, who's got a shit ton of targets last year. He was so heavily targeted. Just unfortunately, he had a really bad quarterback throw to him the half the season. Colston Loveland. Everyone's high on this kid. They think that he's going to go over his receiving props and stuff. That's possible. I have Loveland number 4. I have Kyle Pitts number 5. So, that's where I'm at. But I will say that I have a Harold Fannin number 7 after Sam Laporta number 6. Laporta, hopefully after an injured year, has a little comeback. And number 7, Dave, I have Isaiah Likely. Number 8, I mean, Isaiah Likely, I think he's my first kind of sleeper. I think that the Giants use tight ends. You saw Lamar use Brock or Andrews a lot last year, and Lamar used Likely some. And then now you got Likely on the Giants with John Harbaugh. So I kind of think he's a sleeper. I think Likely is going to ball out a little bit this year. And I think the Giants will be chasing some teams. And I like Likely at number 8. George Kittle, number 9, always injured, but stud. I mean, if he's just the thing about Kittle and the upside, Dave, is that all his receivers are injured. He should have a big year. And then I have Tucker Kraft. Yep. Thank you. I have Tucker Kraft number 10. So that's how I have it.
All right. I got 6. I got Tucker Kraft. I like him. I think he could have had a huge year last year if he didn't get injured.
Is he coming back right away?
He'll be there for week 1. Yeah. He's already practicing now on 11-on-11 drills, and they said he's going to start practicing in full this week now too. So he'll have 2 weeks under his belt before week 1. So he'll be good to go. And then number 7, I got Pitts. He had a good year last year. I agree with Porter. I got him at 8. He's banged up again in preseason though too, and he was banged up last year. So the injuries are kind of piling up on him now. So that kind of scares me and worries me a little bit. I got good old Travis Kelce, old man Kelce at 9. And then 10, I got Kittle as well.
Sticking to old man Kelsey. Ugh. I
He
downgraded
still
him a
puts up
little
the
bit.
numbers, and Mahomes loves him, so you can't doubt that. He's always going to have be a security blanket for Mahomes. So he's gonna get his.
He's mentally checked out. I think he is. We'll see. Let's give me 11 through 15 then. Let's get. You gotta
Sounds
get
good.
15. All right. Go
All right,
ahead.
I got 11. I got Likely, and then 12 Kincaid, 13 Ferguson, 14 Goddard, and then 15 Andrews. But I kind of was going back and forth between Andrews and Juwan Johnson. Though. I like Juwan Johnson too as well.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Andrews is a head scratcher to me this year. I mean, he should get a lot. Remember, he was like the top 3 or top 4 tight end just recently. I don't know what to do with him either. He had such a bad year last year, and he worries me a little bit. I'm probably not going to draft him. I have Dalton Kincaid, number 11. I have Jake Ferguson, number 12. Travis Kelsey, I do have at 13. So not super downgrade. Here's my first sleeper. Eli Stowers for Philly. I think I got him above Dallas Goedert. And I think that Philly throws to him a lot. I think Philly does some 2 tight end sets. I think the A.J. Brown being gone opens up the tight ends. So I really have 13. I have 14 and 15 Eli Stowers and Dallas Goedert. You remember the days where Philly was throwing to 2 tight ends with what's his face that just retired. He was with Goddard too, and obviously I can't remember his name.
Oh
But
yeah, the guy that Washington. I can't think of his name now either. What's his name?
I know, right? It's like all of a sudden he just disappears from existence or something. I think he retired. Whatever. What about your sleepers though? Because I have one sleeper, I guess.
That I really like actually. I like Jake. I'm gonna butcher his name. Okonkwo. I really like him a lot in Washington. Actually, I think he's going to be one of the top tight ends this year, and I think he's going to move up and be possibly a top 10 tight end before the end of the year. With Daniels there, they're going to go to him, and they like throwing a tight end there too. So, and I like Brendan Strange too. I think he started last year and he kind of started coming into his own, and then he got injured, so that held him back a little bit last year. But those are 2 guys I really like. And then I think Randall Godson, even though David Njoku is there, I still like Gatson as well. I think they're going to have a lot of 2 tight ends there too with Mike McDaniel. So I think they're going to have something similar like Philly does too there. And I like Gatson as well there still.
Fair enough. I have Kenan Sadiq, a little bit of a sleeper. He's on the Jets. He was a really good guy at Oregon. You got Geno throwing to him. There's some questions there, of course, but I have him at like number 20. I have him at number 20. It's not like yours a TA1, but he's going to be a T2. Stash him, and all of a sudden, maybe if he becomes something, you can move him. Not going to draft him anytime early or anything, but Kenyon Sadiq is my really only one. Hunter Henry just sitting there. I don't even know what to do with Hunter Henry. He's just such a solid dude. He's been around. We're probably way too low on him. I got him at number 23. I don't know why. I mean, he's on a powerful offense, and look what they did last year. I know their schedule is easy, but geez, man, gotta upgrade this guy a little bit, I guess. But geez, yeah. He's always solid there. Well, I mean, that's all I have. David Njoku unfortunately left Cleveland, and he had a lot of targets last year. Now he's on the Chargers, so now he's got to compete with Gadsden, and it's going to be Gadsden and him on the Chargers. That's a head scratcher. I don't know what to do with those guys, man.
I still think Getz had some huge games last year, actually. So I still like him as a nice young tight end up and coming too. So I think both of those guys, they'll definitely feed both of those guys, but they have a lot of mouths to feed with the Chargers too, with McConkey there too, and Quinn Johnson. So it's gonna be interesting there with McDaniels.
Another team to avoid tight ends is the Rams, man. It's a mess. You got Ferguson there, Terrence Ferguson, then you got Colby Parkinson and Tyler Higbee still hanging out there, and Max Clare, who they drafted. What are they doing? I don't understand how they draft over there in the Rams.
Definitely staying away from Rams tight ends for sure.
Yeah,
I would agree with you on that. Ferguson and Parkinson are probably the 2 that you go with. And I heard in preseason they like Ferguson a little bit more now that he's been there for a year. They say he's running better routes and stuff too, and they really like him. But still, it's really tough actually to tell who's they're going to throw to there.
100%. Well, let's just talk quick about defense. The only change I have is instead of Seattle 4th in a lot of these rankings, I have them 2nd ahead of the Broncos. Then you have Broncos, then Rams. And yeah, I guess if there's a sleeper, I think the Cowboys D is going to be better than 22nd. I think they're going to be more like 13th or something. And I think the Giants defense could be a little bit better than what we think as well. I think the Browns are undraftable. I don't know why they're 15th. It's you don't
Well, they
want.
had defense last year with Garrett, but Garrett's gone though now. But
Yeah, Miles
still,
Garrett's gone. I'm just done with that. Yeah, I just with Miles Garrett being gone, it's just too much to overcome.
yeah, and I agree with you on I think the Bears and the Cowboys both are better than what they're ranked. They're ranked like 21st and 22nd on my list. I think they're both middle of the pack. I think they'll be in like top 10 to 15 range, maybe closer to 10 even for the Cowboys. I like their defensive coordinator there. I was hoping that the Packers would have got him actually. But yeah, I definitely think the Cowboys are much improved. They added some key people on defense and the new defensive coordinator, like I said, I like. And then I think actually the Bears too, but their secondary is a little banged up right now. They need to do something in the secondary. So we'll see what happens with that. And then Joey Porter, actually, that's the other thing too from the preseason. Talking about trading Joey Porter now, actually, from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Jalen Ramsey isn't happy about it either. He said he wants him to sign Porter and get him in camp so they can have their secondary intact. So they're actually the Pittsburgh is a defense you want to look at too. Is with Ramsey still out and with Porter possibly being traded, their secondary is going to struggle a little bit too, actually. So, and then in the Bears secondary too, they got to get that shored up too with Bryant out. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Question from Flip Flop. I have the opportunity to swap pick 6 and pick 12 in basic PPR. Should I take it? I'm guessing there's 12 teams in that league. So, I would say personally, I like pick 6 because you're going to get like an Amon-Ra St. Brown, a Jackson Smith, a Jigba, a Christian McCaffrey. You're going to get a pretty damn good player there. And then, on the comeback, you can possibly get a Josh Allen. PPR, I know it's PPR. You want guys that can catch, but I think pick 12 is a little dangerous because you got Justin Jefferson. You're gonna get like Justin Jefferson and Saquon Barkley, and yeah, I mean Jefferson might have another bad year if Kyler can't see over that line. I can't guarantee he's gonna be good. Maybe James Cook falls to you. Probably not though. Dave, what do you think? I kind of like 6 and 18 or 6 and
well,
6
I'd
and
say
20.
that's 6 probably. We just had a draft this past weekend. My son drafted at 7. I drafted at 2. I actually liked his team better than mine just because of the way the players fell to him. He got James Cook in the first round. And then the second round, he got CeeDee Lamb on the way back up. So it was kind of crazy. So I really like his team actually. So I would stay at 6 because you can get some quality people. And he got, like I said, James Cook and CeeDee Lamb 1, 2 in the draft. So that's pretty solid, actually, a draft, I think. So you definitely want to step 6.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get like a Marion Hampton or something with like Amon-Ra St. Brown. You're going to get someone pretty studly. So I would stick with 6. So that's my thoughts. Great question. Thanks for checking in, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and what's more important is you're corrupting your son into fantasy football. How much does this league cost? 150, 200? What was it? What are you
Only
doing?
60, so it's pretty cheap for him. But he actually won it 2 years ago in his first year in it, even though I drafted his team for him. And then last year he took 3rd. So he's been in the money both years, but now he's paying his own way this year. I'm not paying for his team this year, so he's on his own.
My son's showing an interest too, but unfortunately, it's another kid running his league, and he hasn't even done anything yet. We'll see. Kicker, nothing. I mean, Will Lutz, I'd move up a little because he's in Denver, Mile High, where the air is thin, and should be able to kick. I downgrade Eddie Pinheiro for San Fran. I don't think he's anything, but that's all I have to say about kickers. Definitely Brandon Aubrey, number 1. Then in freaking total like crapshoot after that.
Well, the guy I really like my sleeper this year, Trey Smack. He's going to smack some balls this year, and he's been smacking them in the preseason too. So he's got like over 50-yard field goals already in the preseason. He had 2 58-yarders and a 59-yarder last week. He hasn't missed a field goal yet. So definitely looking really good. I think everyone doubted the Packers picking him in the draft, but he's actually been legit in the preseason. And then another guy we forgot about that was injured all last year, Tyler Bass for the Bills. Bills are going to have a nice offense with DJ Moore there, and they're going to have a high octane. They're going to score a lot. So Tyler Bass is a kicker of the two that's kind of forgotten about after being injured last year quite a bit for most of the year. So definitely a guy. And then two other guys too.
His name's Trey Smack. He smacks the ball. Wow, that's weird. It's so funny. I didn't even pay attention to him really. And for Green Bay, of course, you would know that. We have to mention that Butker hit a 69-yard field goal, though.
Yep. And then the rookie actually from Washington, I can't think of his name now. I think it's Stevens. He won the kicking job for Washington, so actually he might have some value as well. Because Washington might be scoring some points this year too. So it's D. Stevens. I can't think of his first
is
name.
Jake Moody gone? Jake Moody? No more Jake Moody?
Yeah, Stevens won the job there. Actually, he was a rookie kicker for the Washington. He actually won the job. So he's going to be moving up draft boards as well. And then Harrison Mervis too, Beavis and Butthead's friend Mervis. He's going to actually be for the Rams. So the Rams are going to be a high-scoring team as well. So you definitely want those kickers on those high-scoring teams. So Mervis is another guy.
Yeah, they can kick 6 extra points for you.
Well, if their offense sputters in the red zone, you're definitely going to get some field goals. But yeah, those are the guys that I like. Those are some of the sleeper kickers that I really like.
Nice. Yeah, that's all I have for that. That's pretty much covers it. Dave, anything we missed?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, cool. Great stuff. I'll be in Vegas this weekend. Make sure you guys check us out at Circa Las Vegas. If you have any questions for us, feel free to tweet us at The Oddsbreakers. Email us at info@theoddsbreakers.com. Have a great rest of your weekend. Go get some winners.